Hello everyone, Joe Brady back with you with another Back to Basics class. We're going to use a couple of different tools today, and we may have to leave Lightroom for a minute, but let's go ahead and get this image going. Now, color-wise and everything else, it's pretty good. Really, it's the perspective that's bothering me a little bit. Oh, by the way, this is somewhere in Yosemite. I don't remember exactly where it was. So we've got our original raw file here. I'm going to hit Command apostrophe to make a copy of it. And we're going to go down to a different panel. Way down the bottom here in the Develop module, we have the Transform panel. And we're going to adjust it to make the thing more vertically. This was obviously shot a little wide. Let's go ahead and see if we can straighten this thing out a bit. I'm looking at that big tree on the left side. I'm going to use that as a guide. I think if that one's straight, any other trees that are leaning won't bother you as much. Although out here and out here, it's still bothering me. While we're at it, let's bring the image down. That's the Y offset, and you can see we got the Y slider, moves it up and down. So let's bring that down. I think I also want to stretch it out a little bit horizontally, so we're going to use the aspect slider. So you can see this will stretch it in and out, just to kind of give it the feel that you're after. I think just a little bit. Let's bring the Y offset down a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we'll hit enter on that. Let's go back to the detail panel. And the green in the trees here, the color in the foreground is great. The green in the trees, though, I think it needs to be a little darker. I want to have it come out a little more. So we're going to use the color mixer for that. So click on color mixer. Let's get the eyedropper. And let's come over to one of these trees here. You can see it's kind of desaturated, kind of yellow. The yellow doesn't bother me that much. But you can see here's where it sits in the colors. I'm going to push it over a little bit. Let's make it a little bit greener. But I also want to make it a little darker. I'm going to bring the luminance over to make that darken up a smidge. And is that good saturation-wise? And hue-wise. Actually, I'm going to back off a little bit on the hue. We'll put a little closer where it was. And let's go ahead and hide what we just did with the eyeball here. Click on that and you can see the before and after. And I like it, but. So as we see, we've got this image now. We've got things straightened out, but this still seems to be maybe a little bit too leaning on the rest of these trees. Maybe this tree wasn't actually straight up and down, but we're going to fix this. But we just went beyond Lightroom's capabilities, so we're going to have to send this into Photoshop. So to do that, we're going to go up to Photo, Edit in Photoshop, right up here. And then hit Edit, yes, Edit with the changes we've made. So here's our image in Photoshop. First thing you want to do is you want to duplicate this layer. The keyboard shortcut for that is either Command-J on a Mac or Control-J on a Windows machine. And what it's going to allow us to do is a couple things. For one, we have these holes down here. Do we want to crop the image or do we want to get these? All right, this isn't a basic thing, but I want to show you this anyway. I'm going to use the magic wand here and click. And you can see it selected both. That might be asking a bit much, but we'll see if we can get away with it. I'm going to come up to Select, Modify, Expand. I want to expand this selection by about 3 pixels. That's going to come into the rest of the image a little bit, and that's going to allow it to have maybe a better chance of having a nice smooth interface. We could do generative fill, but let's try one of the old standards. Let's go to Fill, Content Aware, and hit OK. And it worked on the left, did not work as well on the right. Let's deselect that. The left side is good. The right, we have kind of a repeating pattern here. So we're going to get a lasso tool again and just select that. That's the problem area. We'll go ahead and use generative fill just on that and just click generate. And let's see what it comes up with. That's a pretty small ask. I just really want to get rid of those repeating patterns. So let's get this out of the way. Oh, that looks great. 1, 2, that looks even better. You got 3 choices here. I think I like number 2. So we're going to go with that. So to flatten this, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to select 1, 2 layers, and we're going to hit another keyboard shortcut, or these little 3 lines up here, you'll see an option for merge layers, the ones that I have selected. So there we go. So Command 0 to get back to the full screen. And we still have this perspective stuff going on. The left side doesn't bother me as much, but the right side does. And Photoshop gives you an option to fix this a lot more powerfully than Lightroom does. So I'm going to get the zoom tool, which is this thing right here. Hold down the Alt or Option key and hit minus so we have some more room. And we're going to use the free transform tool. So edit, free transform, again, or Command or Control T. So to get this to go in just one direction, you have to hold down the Command key or Control key. And we're going to, look what we can do. We can just drag it in one direction. And look at how that straightens things out. That looks pretty good. Now on the other side, these are leaning out a little bit. We can do the opposite. Let's grab this corner down here and let's just straighten that out a smidge. And let's hit enter on that. And look at the before and after when we hide this layer. Look what we just did. We completely straightened the thing out. I think we're good. I think we're done. So let's just hit File, Save. File, Save. And this will send that edited image right back into Lightroom. So we can tab back over to Lightroom. And there it is. So we fixed some big perspective problems here. Is there more we could do? There's always more. But I wanted to limit this to fixing the perspective problems. Let's go to full screen. I'm going to go back to the original. So there's our original raw file. Interesting, but maybe a little bit too perspective-y. It needed to be straightened up a bit. And we took this and fixed it to there. So again, more than back to basics, but I wanted to show you that when you have really bad perspective problems, it is something that can be fixed. You're just going to have to send it into Photoshop for those jobs. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Bye-bye.